the information that I present comes from the Vedic scriptures. The Vedas are very ancient scriptures. And they were written down 5,000 years ago. But the knowledge, and Veda actually means knowledge or truth. So this knowledge itself is eternal. And therefore, prior to being written down, it was passed down orally from one perfect master to the next. We call this a disciplic succession, or a parampara. See, a line of perfect masters passing on the absolute truth unchanged. It doesn't deviate, it doesn't lose anything, nothing gets added, it's just purely passing through these transparent mediums. Now we're in the parampara known as the brahma-sampradaya, and we feel very fortunate to receive our knowledge through this lineage. So as I always try to point out, this is not my opinion. See, many times people ask me, especially in questions and so on, oh, what is your opinion on this or that? But it doesn't matter what my opinion is. What is the truth? Everybody's got an opinion. And that's what we do today. We're always debating. I think this and you think that. And difficult relationships often arise from different opinions, you see. And so therefore, the absolute truth eliminates this problem. What is the truth of the situation? And that's what we should seek, the truth. Actually, the Holy Bible has a very, very dynamic and clear statement. Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. We should be very interested in the truth, not in opinions. And unfortunately, we get so attached to our own opinion, our own worldview, how we think it is, how we see things, what we believe, and so on, that it prevents us from actually knowing the truth. We won't let it go. We're so determined to hang on to what we think that when we hear the truth, and if it opposes our opinion, we reject it. We can't let go. We're so attached to our being the authority. Big problem. That's why we're in the material world. That's why we stay here. That's why we have all these difficulties in life, including relationships. Because I am the authority. And nobody can tell me what to do. See, complete arrogance. So, the whole process of purification, the setting free part, ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. One of the big steps to freedom is surrendering my opinions, my authoritative position. Very difficult, but necessary. There's two things that are actually opposite: arrogance and humility. And the world today promotes arrogance. We come here because of arrogance. We remain here because of arrogance. And the conflicts in the world today are basically because of this. Nobody wants to give up anything. Fighting for our right. It's my whatever, opinion, truth, life, whatever. And again, our relationships suffer as a result. The opposite of arrogance is humility. So as we advance spiritually, truly advance spiritually, not just airy-fairy spiritual so-called advancement, which is nonsense completely, but true spiritual advancement, we become more and more humble. That's a very, very definitive sign of spiritual advancement, humility. The most saintly people, those who are on the pure position of perfection of life, are the most humble. And the farthest away are the people who are the most arrogant. So, this is a big journey. We talk about the spiritual journey, and people think, again, it's going into the clouds and flying around in the astral world, or, cosmic visions, or, You know, hearing voices from the universe or whatever. Let me see. It's not spiritual advancement. Spiritual advancement is coming down, down, down to the real position of humility. So that's a big journey. But what we think is the journey up is actually the journey down. And what is the real journey up? We consider, oh, that's down. See, we got everything backwards. Material world is a backwards place. See, everything is perverted. It's described that the spiritual world and the material world are the opposite. The material world is a perverted reflection of the spiritual world. When you look in the mirror, everything is backwards. The left's on the right, the right's on the left. You see a tree reflected in a lake, and the reflection of the tree in the lake, excuse me, the roots are up and the branches are down. The real tree, the roots are down, the branches are up. Reflected image is the opposite. So we're living in this reflected image of life. So what we think is a good relationship basically may not be. It might be actually very, very detrimental to us.